The longer that you stay on the wrong train, the more expensive it is to get home. This doesn't just apply to a job that maybe you don't love so much. It's about everything. This video is going to be short and sweet. And in it, we're gonna talk about how to figure out if you're on the wrong train and how to get off before it costs you more peace, time, and energy. And we're gonna do that in 3 simple steps. So step 1 is to figure out whether or not you're on the right train and understanding what the wrong train actually means. You have to try and break down how this metaphor applies to your friendships, to your jobs or career paths, your environments, your hobbies, and even your everyday routines. Let me give an example for each of these categories. Maybe you're hanging on to friendships that drain you and no longer align with your true self. Maybe in your job, you're feeling more stuck than inspired, more burnt out than energized, and not challenged enough. Maybe you're just hanging on to a hobby that you've outgrown, but just keep doing it out of habit. Maybe you're keeping yourself stuck in an environment that makes you feel small or stagnant. And maybe your routines are just there to make you feel safe, rather than to help you grow. Ask a few reflective questions like, when was the last time you felt genuinely fulfilled in this area? Are you staying because these things feel familiar or because they're right for you right now? Journal about them. How do you feel before, during, or after this experience? Are you acting out of fear, obligation, habit, or guilt? Do you see a future here that you admire rather than dread? And then the one question that hits home, if I had to start over today, would I choose this again? Now that you've assessed whether or not you're on the right train, the 3rd step is to find a way to get off the train. Hopefully find a way to get off the train without necessarily crashing it. So here in this point, I like to say that you don't have to completely jump off the train. You don't have to leap off the train. You can pivot a little bit, and here's how. There's 4 ways to do that. The first way is to limit exposure. Spend less time in that category, or spend less time in your draining environment. The second way is to add contrast. Start exploring new opportunities or people on the side. The 3rd way is to create bridges. Start talking to people who have made those changes in their life. How do they feel? How do they navigate the stress of it all? And the 4th strategy is to set goals. What's your next best move? Not the perfect move, just the next best choice. Quitting does not have to be dramatic. Sometimes it's just simply an act of changing seats on the train. All right, to summarize the 3 steps, number 1 is to evaluate how this metaphor applies to different areas of your life. Number 2 is to actually decide whether or not you're on the right or wrong train. And then number 3 is to find ways to wean off of that train with 4 different strategies. Limit exposure, add contrast, create bridges and talk to others, and set goals. You're not failing by changing your direction. You're actually saving yourself the cost of staying stuck. The longer you stay on the wrong train, the more expensive it becomes to get home. But it is absolutely never too late to get off. Let me know in the comments what's one train that you're starting to question. You're not alone, and remember, that is one of the 4 strategies of weaning off a bad train. Making bridges, talking to people, assessing what they did when they were implementing those changes into their life. So if you can provide any help, comment down below a train that you're starting to question. I'll do the same. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, it would really help out if you dropped a like right now. It takes 1 second, and it will help me create better content for you guys and also encourage me to keep doing so. I hope you guys were able to find the littlest of takeaways from this video given the lifestyle that you live and the conditions that you face. As a reminder, modifications of any of this advice is completely okay. You're doing something that you can do, and that is something that you should be really, really proud of. Thank you again so much for watching this video, and I'll catch you guys on the flippity flop. Peace.